Welcome to today's hybrid press conference. We'll start with head coach David Shaw. We'll begin with an opening statement.
Thank you. Difficult loss today. Crowd wasn't a factor. I mean, it was loud, it was rocking, but I thought our guys handled the communication very well. Wasn't an issue with getting off the ball. We had an issue with blocking them. You know, it's kind of the wrong place and the wrong game against the wrong team to not have your starting tackles out there. You know, we missed Miles during the game, and then Walter Rouse had to go out for a little bit and came back and wasn't 100%, but battled through it. Difficult, very difficult. But on top of that, it wasn't just Washington who played really well. I mean, it was us. Offensively, we got to stop turning the ball over. You know, we're gonna do whatever we can to stop that, because I think we've proven it now. If we don't turn the ball over and we don't have the catastrophic mistakes, we can march down the field and be effective and score points. So that's top of my list right now, cutting down on our offensive mistakes. Defensively, this is a tough league. A lot of great quarterbacks, a lot of high-powered offenses, a lot of really good football players, and they're going to make some plays. They're going to score some points, and that's not the issue. Issue for me is to make sure that we limit the big plays, limit the explosive plays. But then part of playing defense is playing great offense, and turnovers in the red zone take away points from us, and then turnovers on our own end give points to them, and we did both. So really difficult for us because there's a lot there for us. There's a lot there for us. And we're going to find a way to get it out of our team. You know, it's top of my list right now. We've got players, love our schemes, a lot of things that we're doing, but we're not giving ourselves a chance. We have to give ourselves a chance to be in these games in the fourth quarter, and we'll find a way to win. But right now, we're not giving ourselves a chance, and that's what has to change. Questions?
As this is a hybrid press conference, we'll take questions in the room first.
Coach, did you see anything that they did that you can see on film leading up to the game?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Did they do anything differently than what you saw on film?
Yeah, especially offensively, but we knew that. They are a game plan offense. They're going to have stuff schemed up for you. You're going to see pretty much every kind of offense there is: fly sweeps, reverses, reverse passes, receiver screens, throwback screens. We knew that going in. So it's about playing your rules, playing sound, playing smart. You know, some of the things that they ran worked, some of the things they ran didn't work. But they were able to stay efficient. Quarterback played extremely well, made some big time throws. We had a couple opportunities to get after the ball, and we didn't. We talked about it. There's going to be a couple opportunities where our guys are close and get a chance to get a hand on the ball, whether it's deflecting a pass or intercepting it from a receiver, and just didn't get those turnovers, didn't make those plays.
Any other questions in the room? We'll take questions from the Zoom. Troy, you're up first.
Yeah, Coach, early on, the slow mesh wasn't as successful as it became later in the game, and certainly wasn't as successful as it was against USC. Was that more of an issue with handling UW's pass rush? Was it the coverage? What were some of the things that weren't going quite right in making the slow mesh as successful as it had been cut for Stanford coming into it?
Yeah, it was more than just that. I mean, we were hit and miss. Some of them were good, some of them were bad. Some of our inside zones were good, some of our gap schemes were bad, and that's what we talked about as a staff and with our players going into this. Against a defense that is very, very active. There's a lot of movement, and they are going to make it difficult. So when they stunt, they might stunt right into a play and get a TFL. They might stunt right out of the play, and we get a 10-yard run. You know, there are a couple opportunities where, you know, they mixed up how they were, you know, kind of disguised things for the quarterbacks. So we held the ball a couple times, you know, they made him guess, and we guessed wrong. Late in the game, we made the adjustment and it wasn't an issue. So that's kind of what you felt early on is, they did a couple things and we made a couple of adjustments and, worked better later. So that's going to be with everything that we do. People are going to try to stop some things that we're doing. And when they do, then we'll have to go to our answers. And the answers I thought were pretty good, but the staff did a good job. We never know how people are going to tweak things to attack us. And, we made those adjustments, but the bottom line, that wasn't as much of an issue as individual matchups. Certain guys, at the wrong time, their guy beat our guy. That's one of those things that, I hate to say it again, but you'd love to play against this team with your starters at full strength, especially on the offensive line, and we weren't able to do that.
Ben?
Yeah, just talk about the performance of Casey Filkins, how you thought he did in this one, coming in as the RB1, rushing at 100 yards flat. Just talk about his effort tonight.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing from Casey Filkins right now is not what you're going to see 4 or 5 games from now. He's a very, very talented young man. He's got a lot of quickness. He's more powerful than he looks. He's kind of a, not the biggest guy, but he runs with power and strength and toughness. Got great vision, great feel, catches the ball well out of the backfield. The ball security is still huge. I mean, he's got great hands, but we gifted one. We're in scoring position. We gifted one right back to the defense where we could have made it a really tight game at the time. So young player, talented player. Excited about a lot of things he showed tonight, but there's going to be a big growth. And my dad talks about it all the time. Young players, they need suns up and suns down. We just need more reps and more opportunities, and we're gonna do some really good things. And I feel like I'm talking about EJ, the previous couple games. Quick, explosive, physical, couple of mistakes that he's gonna grow from. So I think when it's all said and done, the next couple of years, pops by the end of this year, we'll have one of the better running back duos in America. Both guys have shown talent, and now we just gotta get them better and get them more experience and get more opportunities.
Thank you, Ben. Back to Troy.
Health-wise, any initial word on Ricky Miezon and any timeline right now on Miles Hinton?
No and no.
Any other questions in the room or on Zoom for Coach? Ben?
Yeah, another guy that came to play for you guys tonight was Michael Wilson. Just talk about his effort tonight and seems like he battled for all 4 quarters and towards the very end with a nice touchdown, 2 nice touchdowns. Just talk about seeing him get going tonight in this one.
Yeah, Mike is who you're looking for on and off the field. 2-time captain, stand-up individual, one of the hardest workers we've ever been around. Sets a high standard for himself and everything that he does. Really, really difficult injury 2 years ago on this field. Really took him a long time to battle back and came back late in the year last year and wasn't completely himself, but still battled through. And then to this offseason, he's bigger, faster, stronger than he's ever been. He's explosive. He's a high effort individual. And I love our receiving core. We have so much more to give in that entire group, but great to see Mike play that well. But we got to do more and give those guys more opportunities, start next week.
Final call for questions for Coach Shaw. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.